Welcome to Dragonfly Trading. Hope everybody's hanging in there on this Sunday. The big question that's all over YouTube is, are we in a bear market? Well, hopefully I can answer some questions to that and give you some invalidation points, and you can make your own bias. Today's video is going to be on Bitcoin, ETH, and a hidden altcoin. Well, not really hidden, but something that I ran across when I was preparing this video. So looking at Bitcoin on linear scale on the weekly time frame and just taking a look at it, it doesn't look good. It's scary. It looks like we've topped out. When we go on long scale, it doesn't look quite as bad. Now, a lot of people have talked about the bull run is not over. We didn't have a blow off top. Things of that nature. Well, yes, we didn't have a blow off top. We had sort of this rounded top. But there's several different ways that you can view this. We can come to the assumption that, well, for one thing, I don't have all the data over here. So there's 5 waves that are over on this side, okay? But we can take into consideration that this is a 1, this is a 2. This longest bull run that we had was our 3rd wave, that this is our 4th, and that this was a 5th wave. If that count is correct, this can still be the top of a higher degree 3rd. And now we're looking for a higher degree 4th that would come into the prior 4th wave, which is in this area here. So this is one way to look at it. That is why we are dumping so badly here. And that, yes, we're going to have somewhat of a mini bear market because we're going to be creating a 4th wave like we did here, but yet on a higher degree. And then we take off for our massive 5th. So basically, we create some kind of bullish 4th wave here. And then we take off for the massive 5th that we're looking for. That is one way to look at this. Another way to look at it is that this cycle is complete and that we are coming down into a bear market of some sort. But I'm leaning more towards this scenario, that this is the top of some type of 3rd, and that we're creating a 4th, and that we're still going to go up for a 5th. So let's talk. We haven't broken. I'm going to take this off here. Until we break, I can leave that there. Let's go down. Let's talk about the RSI before I move off the weekly. So in my prior videos, I talked about that I didn't want to see us break the 50. And we have definitely broken that. And we're trying to hold on to the 40, but we're really hitting like 39. So basically, we are in the same area that we were in this area. Right across here. Where we tried to hold this support that whole time and then we fell off the cliff. So the weekly RSI has come down that far. That doesn't look very good. Can we recover? Yes, we can recover. Because when it came down even this far, it went all the way back up. So there's always a chance that we can recover. We just need to not get rejected when we come back up here on this 50 or on this 70. But that's a ways away, and we won't know till we get a bounce and turn around here and see what happens. Let's go down to the lower time frame and talk about the correction that we're in. Okay, so until we break this area of support right here, where the weekly 50 EMA is, where the daily 300 is, and that's that blue line that I have here. I often add that in once we break the daily 200. I add in the daily 300, and as you can see, we found support on it once, maybe twice here. Don't know if we're going to break this or not. So until we break this 30K-ish area, I am not going to say that we are in a bear market yet. Because as of right now, we're coming right down into the prior fourth wave. The higher degree fourth wave likes to come into the prior fourth wave. So I've said this in prior videos, but I'll say it again. Right here is the top of the third. And what we're looking for is a fourth that doesn't break the prior fourth. So until we blast through the bottom of this and break this fourth, I don't feel we're in a bear market yet. Now, this wave that we have coming down, I have a count on it. I see it as an A, a B, and a C, which can definitely be the first leg of something. So basically, this whole leg can turn into an A or a W. Now, if we bounce up correctively. And the higher we go, the better. It turns into an X or a B. And then whether we come down in 3 waves or we come down in 5 makes the Y or the C. And what we want here is a higher low. If we hold this low and we bounce up and then come back down, we want to create a higher low. This will be, even though this looks very ugly, if we can hold here and bounce to the upside and then make a higher low, this will be a bullish running flat. And then at that point, we have a good chance of taking off impulsively to the upside, and this bull run continues. Let's talk about what another scenario could be. This can definitely 100% be an A, a B, and a C. And we hold here. And then we take off in 5 impulsive waves. We get a pullback, and then we're on our way for the 5th wave. But we really, 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 really need to hold this 4th wave. I feel that if we just bounce here and we bonk our heads on this resistance, we're going to create a connector, and then we're just going to keep trending to the downside. And then we'll create another connector, and then we trend. And this is how we start making higher lows and lower highs. So what happens here and the next day, week, is going to really matter whether we're in a bear market or we're not, because we really need to hold this level. Best case scenario, we either take off impulsive or we make a very high 3-wave move so that we can get a higher up X or a higher up B so that we can come back down and make a higher low. I hope I explained that pretty easily. Let's take a look and see if we have any bullish divergence. So we're on the 12-hour. Don't see much on the 12-hour. 8-hour. We definitely have bullish divergence coming in here. But we have 5 hours left on this candle. So if this continues to dump and this goes down with it, it'll be wiped out. If this continues to dump and this can hold the higher low, that will be bullish divergence. And on the 4-hour, we have it also. So if we can hold it, I do see some type of bounce happening here soon. How high it's going to go, I don't know. if we break this bottom, if we break here and create a high, a lower low here, we do have a chance to take off impulsive with 5 waves here. And that's what we want to see. What we don't want to see is a 3-wave move. Because if we create a 3-wave move, then we're basically going to have an A, a B, a C, and then we're going to drop back down to the downside and most likely break that 30K mark. So I know I've went over a lot, and I know it might be a little confusing, but you can rewind this and go over it again. Let's go over to ETH. Looking at ETH on linear scale looks horrible. I mean, it really does look bad. It looks like it's over. And ETH did have that blow off top look. But let's go over to log. And on log scale, it's a pretty deep candle compared to any other deep candles that we've had. It's a pretty deep one. We're just cracking the 21 right now. And on a weekly time frame, the RSI is just cracking the 50. I would have liked to have seen it hold the 50 like we did over here. But it still has the chance to turn around, but it needs to do it quickly. Okay. Let me go up a time frame here. Okay, so we had support here. ETH broke through it. Our next support is here. And we sort of broke through it because we still have a lot of support underneath that. There was a lot of price action here. So between this one and this one, we have all this price action. I feel that this is ETH's prior 4th wave. Right here. I believe what this is a 1, a 2, some type of 3, 4, 5, and this was a 5th wave. I could be wrong about that, and this is some type of 4th wave, but I feel this is the 4th wave we don't want to break. So if we break this support in red, which is coming in right around 1400-ish, I'm going to be pretty confident that we're in a bear market. Now, the same scenario with ETH here. When it finally bounces, we either need to bounce with a 5-wave move that we get a pullback, and then we can blast off with a big third wave and we get an impulse wave and we're out of here. Or this is the first leg of something and our bounce needs to be very high so that we can come back down and make a higher low. Just like with Bitcoin. This is a bullish correction because it makes a higher low, and then we can take off for our fifth. Right now, I see this correction as some type of W, X, and a Y. We can totally hold this 618. The 618 is the minimum requirement for a Y wave. If we do not hold this 618, our next target, unfortunately, is going to be the 1-to-1. So I really would like to see us hold this 618. Maybe one more hit to the low, and then we have that chance to take off impulsive, or we make that really high 3-wave. So that's pretty much the gist of ETH. We have the same type of divergence on ETH. Let's see. We have a little bit of a straight across here, and we have a downward motion here. That's on the 8-hour, 4-hour. The 4-hour, we have an upward motion here, if it can hold, and a downward motion here. So we really need this RSI to hold and not come down and wipe that out. I feel that if we continue to dump, it's most likely going to wipe it out. But let's see if we can hold this 618. So I came across Maytag. I think I'm pronouncing that the right way. And on a weekly time frame, it's not even come down to the 50 yet. On a daily time frame, it has bullish divergence if it can hold this, which actually Maytag would have to come all the way down to here in price to wipe out this daily divergence. Right now, it's holding support in its prior 4th wave territory. Right now, it looks like an A, a B, and a C to the downside. Which most likely is the first leg of something. But if it can hold this support, we have a really good chance of having a big bounce to the upside and then coming down with a higher low, creating that bullish correction and then taking off to the upside. Out of all the altcoins that I've looked at, this one looks the best. This one definitely looks the best. And even if it came down into this support here, I would still be looking for the big bounce up and the higher low. On the 8-hour time frame, it is completely reset, and if it can hold this support, we have big bullish divergence here. But it has to hold that support. On the 4-hour, the same thing. It's completely reset. And if we can hold this support, we will have really nice bullish divergence. So this is definitely one I'm watching. So I hope that gave you some invalidation points. I hope that it helped you create a bias on whether we're in a bear market. I don't feel we're quite there yet, but we really need to hold some certain levels. And hang in there, everybody, and I hope that you have a great day.